Mohale. Mr. Mohale, thank you very much for joining us on SABC News. Now, what's your reaction to the latest developments at Eskom?
Naturally, BLSA welcomes the appointment of this new board of directors for Eskom under the chairmanship of our chairman, Dr. Jabu Mabuza. We also welcome the appointment of Pakamani Hadebe as acting group chief executive. This is a clear display of commitment by government to the transformation of state-owned enterprises in general and Eskom in particular. BLSA has always maintained that the reform and restoration of the independence, integrity, impartiality, and objectivity of public institutions, including our state-owned enterprises, it's a matter of absolute urgency and should be a priority. Therefore, the appointment of the new Eskom chairperson and board demonstrates credible plans to address the governance crisis facing the utility and presents an opportunity to show South Africans and the investor community full commitment to restoring the financial stability of the utility, which, if achieved, will show up the fiscal position of the state as a whole. So as BLSA, we strongly believe that this puts us now in a good stead to achieve, amongst other key priorities, stability, fiscal discipline, and consolidation. And we are confident that this appointment demonstrates clear intent to tackle decisive action and implement the necessary measures to boost both consumer and business confidence in order to regain our investment grade ratings as a foundation to transform, to create jobs, and to grow our economy. On the mammoth task, BLSA has trust in Dr. Mabuza's leadership abilities and capabilities and the new board's collective skills, probity, and stewardship to steer Eskom out of its self-inflicted troubled waters. BLSA remains ready to work with, support, and do what is required to give this new board the necessary resources to execute on this critical mandate.
Now, Mr. Mohale, just finally, we know that the company image has also been tarnished by reports of corruption. What would you say the new board needs to fix when it comes to that?
So, number one, this company that used to have a rating agency that is above sovereign at the time that Dr. Ruel Khoza was chairman, and highly committed, hard-working executives, now has a total debt of 471 billion incurred only in the current administration. It has about a 350 billion overhang, and within days it has to come up with $1 billion to the lenders. So I think that will be number one in the in-tray of this highly capable, effective, with demonstrable track record board.
Now, just finally, Mr. Mohale, we speak of the Eskom as a state-owned entity that's seen a lot of scandal in recent times, but it's not the only one. Do you think this decision, this urgent decision that was taken by government this weekend, is a clear direction of where the other state-owned enterprises will be going, just briefly?
In fact, this is just the beginning. But we had to start with this big elephant so that we can then go to South African Airways. Thereafter, we go to Transnet, and then to Denel, and then to the SABC. These are state-owned enterprises that were hallowed, were good, effective, efficient, experienced managers were removed because they were the good cops and were replaced by the bad cops whose only intent was to aid and abet the state capture, which is the subject of the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee inquiry into state of capture into Eskom.
Mr. Mohale, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us on SABC News. That was the CEO of Business Leadership SA, Mr. Bonang Mohale. Now, the future of President Jacob Zuma hangs in the balance.